In the event of a water damage emergency, call PuroClean of Cenla.
Hey, good morning, everybody. Let's take a look out there at Leesville this morning. I haven't looked at that camera in a little bit, so this is what it looks like. The clouds just jumped for you. They are moving left to right, and it looks like that moisture is continuing to feed into the storms up to our north. What a terrible night we had last night up to the north. If you haven't heard, I believe we're up to 14 fatalities with the tornado that hit London and Somerset, Kentucky, and then we also had one up around St. Louis. So it's been up in St. Louis, I mean, directly into the city. It was crazy. I was actually watching that one closely because I have a lot of family up there. I'll take you through where the worst of this all was and what we can expect down here. Clouds here in Alexandria, but just a little bit of a breeze. It's not nearly as bad as what we saw the last few days. Still some storms going on here. These are kind of dying out this morning, but I wanted to go over and jump onto the radar and just show you kind of a view of what we have with all these storm reports. I mean, look at all these reports, and right through southern Kentucky and southern Missouri is where the worst of this happened. Actually, so many reports up around St. Louis that you can't really even get in there and click them all, but they did have hail up to tennis ball sized across a big part of the area, big time tornadoes down here in southeast Missouri, as well as up into east central Missouri and through Kentucky. Like I said, a lot of fatalities there, and these look like strong tornadoes, so it was a very, very rough evening up that way, and afternoon in the St. Louis area. So today it doesn't look quite as bad, though I think we will see more severe weather. I'll show you where the threat is over the next few days, and if we have a little threat here ourselves. 83 degrees in Alexandria right now. It's warm, it's humid. The breeze not as bad here. We've been 20 to 30 miles an hour on that recently. We're now about 10 to 15 on the breeze here, 16, 20. You can see it popping up a bit this evening, and we will see those winds continuing overnight. And yes, some storms to the north right along I-20. That's where I think the worst of this is, but it could scrape our northern parishes. For today, 91 degrees, lots of sunshine out there by the afternoon, but clouds to start. And yeah, it's going to be warm and humid. You can see that marginal risk, though. That's sneaking down here into North Louisiana, sneaking down into our northern parishes. The worst of this one looks like it's going to be up around Dallas-Fort Worth. So if you do have plans to travel that way today, it's going to be bumpy. Tomorrow could be the same. I think everything kind of shifts a little further north, and then you go another day into the future, another big round of storms from up here across Missouri down into North Texas. But everything's staying to our north. Now, on day 4, I think as this front kind of sweeps through, we get at least some scattered storms in our area, so possibly some severe weather. We'll be watching things closely, but I wanted to kind of take you through on radar what we're looking at near term here over the next 24 hours, and then we'll go beyond that. So high resolution models showing thunderstorms today right along I-20 by about 2 a.m. These models have, with this system, they've been doing really well. So I kind of expect something similar to this today, late this evening from Shreveport through Monroe, possibly a damaging wind threat. That moves on to the east, and you can see then everything just kind of staying up to the north. And then the GFS model, this is what we do to take a look further out into the future. We get our storms that kind of come through just to the north today and tonight, and then by Tuesday, it looks like we're going to see that trailing cold front come down here off that big system to our north, and that could touch off a few storms and possibly some severe stuff. After that, we don't see much through the into the weekend, into the Memorial Day weekend here. You can see that the GFS is keeping us pretty clean, and I kind of lean toward that happening. So good news for Memorial Day weekend plans if you're taking a weekend somewhere, just going out to the river for the day, or just sitting on your back porch, boil some crawfish. Have some fun. Rain up to the north, heavier rainfall along I-20. I think we'll see a little bit more than this down here, but it's going to be kind of scattered out because of those thunderstorms that come through Tuesday afternoon and evening. Here's your 7-day forecast. Rain chances 50% on Tuesday, so not a washout, not going to be one that everyone even sees rain from, but I think we will see some scattered storms with that potential for severe weather, and then we get back into the upper 50s. That cold front comes through, and it looks like another late season cool front, cold front, however you want to put it. Low to mid 80s for highs, overnight lows upper 50s to near 60. And beyond this, the day 8 to 14 day outlook keeps it cool to the east, keeps the warm weather out to the west, and we're kind of in between, so we could see some rounds of showers and thunderstorms, I think mainly after, can't get there, Memorial Day weekend. That's when we have a better chance to see some rainfall here after that and into the week after. All right, you cannot hear me? You should be able to. Should be good to go. I think we're good. All right, I do have to, I have to play with that audio a little bit, but should be able to hear me somewhat. Yeah, 2 tornadoes, Somerset, Kentucky. That thing went right across the southern part of the state. I believe that thing was on the ground for several hours. It was a rough one for sure. Very bad night last night for the weather, and it looks like today we're going to see some activity to the north. Again, the worst of that stays away from us. I am going to get out of here for today. I hope you have a great weekend, and I will see you back here probably tomorrow evening. Probably the best bet. I'll see you then.